you'll feel it when the waste matter leaves the body. So it's not about how long you spend trying to get it right. It's about getting it right in a really short time. It's kind of like, if you're talking to a businessman, then you would say, well, all right, so you've got this, all these board members. The boardroom is full. We need a solution, and we need a solution now. And the best person at that table is the one who's going to be able to come up with the best solution, the most expediently, the most expediently. So, so you might have all these bright minds sitting around the table, but if they're mulling over, what a good option would be, and yet you've got this, crackerjack young kid who's just arrived and says, well, here's the solution. Well, that crackerjack young kid, you know what that is? That's a colonic. And the second you get that activated, you get the waste out, then it's going to be like, oh, whoa. And you know that people know this because everybody knows, without being too gruesome, what it feels like to have a great elimination. And that smile that comes out, it's undeniable. It's like, okay, so maybe there's like an orgasm and a great elimination. and people always smile when you mention those things because, yeah, we all know the feeling, right? So take that and multiply that by 1,000. And the degree to which you remove the obstruction is the degree to which you're going to feel that life force flowing through you, because the only thing that's blocking it is that impacted saturation in the tissue. So it's not about how long you go, but how effectively you remove the waste matter. And if one is empowered enough to do what one is called to do and not fall into the trap of all the fear-mongering and everything around it, or the, oh, well, that's so improper, and that doesn't sound like something, I was raised to do, and, my friends don't do that, and isn't that a bit unusual? I mean, really now, if you can get over all those things and just say, you know what, cleaning myself out, that sounds true. I clean my dishes, I clean my teeth, I clean my sink, I clean my sheets, I wash my clothes. Why wouldn't I clean my internal tissues? When I say, I talk about tissue cleansing with my kids when they were little, and the little one who's still little, the first time they heard the term tissue cleansing, they'd be like, what do you mean you clean your tissues? Because they're thinking about tissues like you blow your nose with the tissue. Yes, mommy teaches people how to clean their tissues. But this is the fabric of your being. You're cleaning the fabrics you put on your being. Why wouldn't you clean the fabric of your being, especially when it's these substances that we're taking in today, we've been taking in for the last couple hundred years really, but even more horrifically today. They never belonged in the body to begin with. The body doesn't know what to do with them. So people will say, oh, well, I've been to my doctor. My doctor says that the body just eliminates what it doesn't need on its own. This sort of artificial irrigation is completely unnecessary. Well, that's a fallacy. That's completely erroneous, because the body cannot eliminate what it was never designed to take in, assimilate, and eliminate. So if it can't, and it's stuck and it needs help, then why wouldn't you help it? And with such an easy thing as just water, everything else gets irrigated. The gardens get irrigated. It seems like everything but our bodies get the attention that they need in the right way. So going to gym and making protein shakes and eating power bars, these things are not going to care for your body. Going to the gym, if you are training properly and your tissues are clean, that's fabulous. But keep the power bars and the protein shakes out of the picture. The problem is that we're living in a world that has turned everything upside down. Every directive that we're given is wrong, and it's just absolutely categorical. You take any common directive, anything that's commonly accepted as the way to do things, whether it's how to eat, how to care for ourselves, how to educate our kids, how to determine our career, what to do with our day, what to watch on television, what to listen to, what books to read, how to treat our fellow man. All the societal rules and directives are wrong. They all are antithetical to the life force. They all act in opposition to the network of life, and therefore they're wrong. So they deplete us, they tear us apart, they create obstruction, they make us sad, they make us sick, they make us feel lonely, they make us miserable. The statistics for suicide are up. Suicide has increased by 300% since 1990, I think it is. Maybe, no, since 2000, I believe, even worse.
Wow.
Since 2000, it's increased by 300%. That tells us something. That literally is opposition to life. That is literally life defeating. It's if our ability to just feel simple joy of being alive is gone, and those people who have not maybe taken their own lives completely are walking around thinking about it, or walking around taking substances to try to dull the pain and increase the pleasure somehow. The pleasure should not have to come externally. But if you tell somebody this without them having experienced it, they won't really believe you because it seems so far-fetched, it seems unbelievable. But, I speak as somebody who's been there and who knows, and I've been on both sides. I've been suicidal, and I can speak from that perspective, and it is horrible. And you feel that there is no other choice, there is no other way. And then you change everything. You change everything.